Alright, so it's time for me to actually get this out of the way and do it. I will say this though, my biggest problem with doing these kinds of videos is the inevitable me sitting there for a few seconds thinking about what I want to say next and then going, oh, well, I guess that works. But other than that, let's do this anyways. Who cares? I didn't do any scripting. I didn't plan any of this out. Let's just go for it. As human as possible. And I think another thing that really does get to me with this is how I'll sometimes look at the time and realize, wow, it's only been 45 seconds. I'm not used to talking for 45 seconds and thinking about it. Like, if I ever talk for a long time, excuse me. Jesus. I'm leaving this in. This is staying in the video. I never really think about me actually talking for this long. Whenever I do end up talking for that long, it's usually just me talking to my friends and saying some really dumb shit, you know? But other than that, yeah. So, I'm not really sure what I could really be talking about for this, video. This audio experience, yeah, I guess you could say. But, I let you know what? Let's just fucking go with it. Let's see what happens. I'll come up with things, I guess. I think last time I spoke about what was it, like Binding of Isaac, I think. Let me take a very quick look. I believe it was it was Isaac. Huh. Well, that's interesting. What the hell did I even talk about? I should probably like rewatch it or something. I should have watched it beforehand just to see what's happening. But whatever, I guess. Let's just go with it. Let's just see where this takes me. If you can hear any background audio, then I apologize. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Realistically, there's nothing that I could do about it. Although I'll probably do some like audio editing. Maybe see if I can get out of the way, make this slightly more crisp. If not, then it's whatever. I hope you're having a good day to whoever's watching this. If you decided you're gonna stick around for the entirety of this, then hey, I'm here. I'm not. This is a very scuffed ASMR, I guess you could say. But yeah, let's get this rolling. What could I talk about? I guess I could talk about obviously I could talk about video games. There's some other things that I could talk about. So, something just happened, and I don't know why it happened, and I am genuinely kind of annoyed that it happened. I was actually talking for straight, I think, 9 minutes before I looked back and realized that Audacity cut me off at 3 minutes and 32 seconds because I guess my microphone disconnected for like the split second that matters, and Audacity decided, you don't exist anymore, do you? So all of that just went to waste, and I forgot most of what I said. Life is really, really interesting, and I'm going to be completely honest with you. I think because of that, this is going to be shorter than my last one. Not because it's like, oh, I have less things to talk about, but more along the lines is because considering that I just spent all of that time doing that, and then it decided, no, I'm not going to do that anymore. Excuse me. Bodily functions, you know how it is. Sometimes you're just minding your own business and your body decides, well, it's time to work through it, don't you think? But yeah. So, also, I realized I think I should be talking like this anyways. Uh, I believe this is the correct, air quotations, correct voice to be using with things like this. But even this kind of a voice is gonna make me feel very weird by the end of it. But, whatever. Apologies for earlier. I know I wasn't doing the voice, I was just trying to talk. And, from here on out, I'm just gonna stick talking like this. If I forget, I will immediately remember, but I will not. I will keep going. I will keep going. One of the things that I do remember, though, from that long conversation that I had was make sure that you stay hydrated and that you're drinking a lot of water. Make sure that water is flowing through you. You are 70% of it, but you always gotta keep adding more because it's constantly going through your body. One of the last things that I actually learned about in my last biology class was the kidneys. And it's so funny because you see how the kidneys work, and a good portion of their job, quotation on quotation, or the process that they do to filter the water and the urine is gravity, interestingly enough, because the tubes within the kidneys go up and then down and then up and then down. It's really funny. Like, honestly, just take out a picture of a kidney and look inside of it. Like, see the tubes inside kidneys. You'll see what I'm talking about. It's actually very interesting. Very quickly, if you hear that, that's because I have to step away for just a moment and let it out. Like I gotta cough, let out like some whatever the fuck is in my throat, and keep going. So let's see, what else could I talk about? I did also talk about my public speaking class, and that was going on for a good while, and I was pretty good at it. At least I think I was pretty good at it. But at the same time, I was incredibly disorganized, and it's really funny, to think about that. That despite seemingly being a good public speaker, I'm just not organized. And I'll tell you one thing too, I was very, very anxious about it. Like, I would go up there and you can see me visibly, like, if you were next to me, you could see me shaking, and I would, I would stumble on my words like I am now, but it was much, much worse because I would start talking and then it'd be like, so, what do you guys think of this or, that? And all of that, and it was crazy, but, take those short moments of me stepping away to just revel in the silence, really appreciate the quiet. I'm wondering if I should see if I can find music just as put in the back of this, but I highly doubt I'm gonna be able to do that. I'm also realizing that while doing this, there are things in my voice that come out every once in a while, and you could probably hear it too, where it's like a little but it's like my true voice coming out every once in a while, and I think that's me overwalking my throat a little bit, but it'll be fine. I still got a good while for this anyway, so let's keep it rolling, folks, gang, fellers. But what else was there to talk about? During that class, and I really, really hope I did not talk about this during my last video of this. During that class, the last speech we had to give out was a persuasive speech, and I did my speech on indie games and AAA games. I am under the impression that indie games are good for the market as a whole, because not only does it bring in more competition, it brings in more ideas to what gaming is as a whole. Like, let's be completely honest here. AAA games aren't the ones that are like sparking new creativity. Usually AAA games will just keep sticking to what they're good at. And for the most part, that's not terrible. There are people that want the same thing over and over, and power to them, they can do whatever they want. But I like to experience some new things every once in a while, and indie games are exactly where it's at. In my opinion, I just think indie games are really good for the market as a whole, but we'll see how it goes. At the same time, indie games are also pretty indie games can do a pretty good job of weeding out who can handle it, because let's be completely honest here, most people can pick up a AAA game and play it relatively well. Like, most people probably know about Call of Duty. Even non-gamers, they've heard it, and they probably think, okay, I should probably mute during that, huh? Yeah. But anyways, yeah, most people will reliably know what Call of Duty is, just because it's just so famous. Everybody knows about it, and so indie games, you have to say specific ones before people go, oh, that one, I get it. I think a good example of this would be roguelikes. Games where it's random, and so every experience is different, usually. A good example for that would be Isaac, and I know I spoke about Isaac in the last one. It's even in the goddamn title. But, because Isaac is a roguelike and it's random, it also works off of the fact that it's really not an easy game. Like, the game has a lot of achievements that you have to work through to get, and I cut all of them. Yeah, I'm currently working on doing that again because I'm, kind of losing my mind, but at the same time, it's actually just a really fun game for me personally. Don't touch it. If you have short, like, if you're impatient, don't mess with it, because you actually will just lose your patience, and truth be told, most people should not have to go through that. But yeah. Had a good breakfast this morning. I don't know if I mentioned that. If I did, then apologies, but breakfast is pretty good. Scrambled eggs are always nice. If you don't like eggs, then I guess I don't know. I had an apple. I can't think of people that don't like fruit. I've never met a person that does not like fruit. If you exist, let me know. I would like to know why you don't like fruit. But what else is there to talk about? What could I possibly talk about? You can let me chill out a little bit. I got another channel opening up. It's called Vile Vinegaroon. It's not ASMR. It's just me making short montages of like playing games and shit. I released a video yesterday, Destiny 2. It's really funny, But yeah, you should go check it out if you want to hear more of this horrible person behind behind the mic, and what a video this is transpiring to be. This is the most disorganized mess I've heard in my entire life, and around the 3-minute mark, it's just gonna like randomly go like that, and you're gonna go, whoa, what happened? And it's so funny that I'm gonna be completely honest with you. If I decide to do ASMR again, I'm not gonna treat it like a big production. Apologies. I'm not gonna treat it like a big production. I'm just gonna roll with it, because I'm gonna be completely honest. This is the kind of content that I don't specialize in, and I don't really understand how to do that. And truth be told, I kind of don't want to do that. This is just talking, and while I certainly don't mind just talking, because here's a race joke. I'm Hispanic. That's all we like doing all the time. I'm not a big fan of listening to myself talking. It just makes me feel awkward, and so I kind of just I kind of just roll with the flow. One moment, please. I really gotta drink more water more often. It's something that I have been neglecting, but make sure that you do that too. You know, take care of yourselves. To whoever's watching. So, you know, it's a really funny thing that I think about whenever I'm making videos like this is, what if some random person comes across this video and then for whatever reason finds my personality to be incredibly attractive, or they're just like, man, I really want to talk to that guy. You know, he seems interesting. And I'm just thinking to myself, man, I don't know how I would react to that, because in public, I am really not the kind of person who is approachable. I have a resting bitch face. I usually keep to myself. I'm really reserved, and it's difficult to do that where I live because there's just people left and right. But yeah, I guess to each their own, right? I mean, hey, if you want to talk to me because of these videos or the ones that you've heard in Val Vinegaroon, then fucking whatever, go ahead. If you can reliably find me. Like, if you literally just search up Val Vinegaroon, you'll probably find me. But I'm not gonna go out of my way and say what my Discord is or whatever. You'll probably not have a difficult time finding me, but please do, like, let me know, hey, I found you because of your videos or something. At least, you know, give me a reason for why you're suddenly reaching out to me. I'm not here to, like, accept talks from strangers, because I'm gonna be completely honest with you. The bot situation on Discord is just getting worse, and I hate it. I hate it so much. Like, yesterday somebody randomly reached out to me in a server that I don't talk in at all. And I just thought, okay, well, this is funny. But you know, I messed with them for like a second. I posted some dumb funny gif, and then I just, you know, blocked them. Which is realistically what you should be doing. Don't give them the attention that they want. Just fucking go. Just like that. I'm sorry. I just realized how funny that was. So I realized also, there's not much more time left. I've still got about like 2 minutes that I'm looking at now, and you know what? I will say this: if you do appreciate this, then I'm glad I could, you know, be of service in a sense. I'm glad you're willing to sit through this and just listen to me talk and say whatever the hell, because even I don't even think about what I'm going to talk about. Like, let's see, I can't really think of many things that I'd ever want to talk about, because truth be told, well, I do, wow, I just took a step back and looked at something that I wrote a long time ago. Man, I was really funny 2 years ago. And it's crazy too, because 2 years in the grand scheme of things becomes much less and less. Like, when you're a baby, a year is a large portion of your life, but as you get older, a year is really not a lot. Like a 5-year-old and a 50-year-old do not experience a year the same. It's ridiculous when you think about it. It's kind of intense, but to each their own. But I'll start working to end it here. Thank you so much for joining me here. Maybe I'll do more. I don't know. My friends are probably gonna keep hounding me to do these kinds of things, and truth be told, this wasn't that bad. I just hope my voice doesn't end up sounding like a fucking radiator or something. I guess I'll look over it anyways in the post-editing, but until then, I hope you have a good day. Stay safe, stay hydrated, If you're using this to sleep, then good night. Other than that, it's been a pleasure. Goodbye.